The third season of You has everything we've come to love about the series, plus a few new, jaw-dropping developments. If you're left wanting more before season 4, there are plenty of movies you should watch that hit all the same psychological buttons as You. But if you haven't fully finished the new season of You just yet, warning, there are spoilers ahead. Jo and Love's house may be made of wood and nails just like everyone else's, but it's built on a foundation of lies. From the very beginning of their relationship, these two have been secretly deceiving each other, and the consequences of that toxicity come through in full force throughout You Season 3. As action-packed as it is, some of the most intense and electric moments of the show arrive when the two are simply talking to one another, exchanging their loaded and leading words with increasingly different intentions behind them. If you enjoyed watching that complicated dynamic reveal itself in careful conversations, Malcolm and Marie offers another dizzying dance of dialogue between its titular characters, portrayed by John David Washington and Zendaya, respectively. The film follows the two as they return home from the premiere of the movie Malcolm has just directed, and they slowly get into an argument that ultimately becomes an airing of some very deep grievances between them.
But it's not just about you forgetting to thank me, Malcolm. It's about how you see me and how you view my contribution, not just to this relationship, but to your work. Specifically, in a movie you made about my life.
With every new accusation, we learn more about their flawed history together and how they really feel about one another now. While there aren't quite as many actual skeletons in their closets as with Jo and Love, Malcolm and Marie certainly have their own troubling secrets that spill out during the course of their conversations. In those precious moments when Jo and Love do manage to embrace one another for all of their faults and work as a team, they find some real embers of desire still burning between them. And when that respect and admiration is there, they also go to great lengths to help one another overcome, or at least cover up, their worst impulses.
Jo?
What's wrong?
I think we need to go to couples therapy.
A similarly compelling blend of passion and action can be found in the 2016 erotic thriller Frank and Lola. Like Love, Frank is a talented chef with a bit of an impulse control problem. Lola has some trauma in her past that continues to affect her actions now, and this revelation results in Frank setting out on a deadly mission for revenge that only gets wilder and wilder as he discovers the truth about the person he's become so obsessed with. Of course, the biggest takeaway from You Season 3 is that falling in love with Joe Goldberg, or worse, having him fall in love with you, is definitely still deadly. Love Quinn is undoubtedly the most fitting partner and formidable opponent Jo will ever have. Another story that features a very lethal matrimonial fallout is the 2021 thriller Till Death. At the center of the story is Emma, a woman who's been cheating on her controlling husband Mark with his colleague. She decides to end the affair and embrace a new chance to make her marriage work during a romantic getaway to their remote lake house. However, Mark has other plans, and soon Emma has to fight for her life as his sick scheme is set into motion in the snowy wilderness. One of the most fascinating turns in the newest season of You is the fact that at least one person sees through Jo and Love's facade, but no one else believes him. After next-door neighbor Natalie becomes the newest object of Jo's obsession, she disappears, and her husband suspects foul play right away. His tireless search for the truth leaves him increasingly isolated and angry, and becomes an essential element that drives the action of the new season.
If God forbid somebody out there has done something to my wife, I will find you, and you will be punished.
Similarly, The Woman in the Window also features a frenetic freelance investigation effort that emerges after a mysterious disappearance. The film centers on an agoraphobic woman named Anna Fox. Shortly after meeting her new neighbor Jane Russell, Anna watches Jane get violently murdered in the apartment across the street. When Anna calls for help, she gets a shocking surprise.
The important thing is that everybody's okay, yeah?
Then where is she? Where's Jane?
I'm sorry we haven't met. I'm Jane Russell.
No one is convinced by Anna's account of what she saw, but she refuses to back down, slowly unraveling a plot that's much thicker and darker than she could have ever anticipated. Both Jo and Love are known to act on some pretty terrifying tendencies when they feel betrayed. Sometimes they do things that even they don't know they're capable of until it happens in a moment of jealousy or fear. If you're looking for some more screen characters who also have deadly dealings with duplicity and romance, you should definitely check out Earthquake Bird. This 2019 film is set in late 1980s Tokyo and stars Alicia Vikander as a Swedish translator named Lucy Fly, who falls for a hunky photographer, only to find that her friend Lily has also enjoyed his affections. When Lily suddenly disappears, the authorities look to Lucy for answers, but the mystery only deepens from there, leading to multiple twists in this intimate psychological thriller. Having not one but two unreliable narrators at the center of the story in You Season 3 certainly makes things invigorating. That's especially true when we get to dive into the recesses of the characters' minds and witness the experiences that motivate each of them deep down. Tom Ford's searing 2016 psychological thriller Nocturnal Animals offers a similarly eerie and introspective storyline, as an unhappy gallery owner named Susan Morrow receives a manuscript for her ex-husband Edward's novel and becomes enraptured by the raw, emotional, and violent narrative in its pages. As the gritty fictional layer of the film plays out, a quieter but still quite twisted plot is unfolding between Susan and Edward in the real world as well. Thanks for watching. Click the links in our video to watch more from Netflix Film Club. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest exclusive videos. Plus, hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.